For a thrill, do you think women would ever sniff a man's underwear?
No.
Yes.
It is the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Here we go. Danielle is here. Danielle, you have no idea where we're about to go with this.
I
It's
walked
really
in
bad.
on you guys talking about something that apparently was not very nice.
Well,
These
You'll
guys are
see.
disgusting. That's all you need to know.
You'll see. Gandhi's here. There's
Hi.
Scary, and there's Garrett, and there's Nate. And, of course, back from Austin in the iHeartRadio Podcast Awards, Scotty B in the Serial Killers podcast booth.
It's
great to be back.
Welcome back.
How was it, by the way, sitting down with all those people who won awards and you didn't?
It was fun. I just felt like we all won. I really did. It was great being there. It was a lot of fun. I didn't know who any of those people were, but it was a good time.
Oh, but I heard you guys have made friends and you've started networking with some pretty big podcasters from around the country. That's awesome.
Okay. I mean, maybe Andrew did that. I was in the corner, drinking.
Oh, my God.
Scotty.
You were
What?
always a rain cloud, man.
What happened?
You really are a dark cloud. All right, so if you heard us on the big show today, or yesterday, whenever you were listening on Wednesday, say, you got to listen to the podcast because there's something that came up in the room that we cannot bring up on the air. We're about to do that. And now that I've thought about it, I'm like, oh, do we really have to?
But isn't this why they listen to the podcast or watch it? Because we go deeper?
Is this deep?
This is pretty shallow.
I find it more shallow. All right, so it was Nate that posed the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Gandhi held up the underwear that we ended up giving away.
Mm-hmm.
And I posed the question of, okay, so it's not common, but it's heard of where men will sniff women's panties.
Oh,
Or buy them.
okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Not the point. Not the point.
Scotty.
Stay on topic here,
sorry.
folks. So men will sniff women's panties for a thrill. I posed the question to Gandhi.
Yeah.
Do you know of any women, or have you ever sniffed a guy's panties for a thrill?
First of all,
How many guys are wearing panties?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
calling them panties.
A
It's
guy's
wonderful.
drawers.
My answer is absolutely not. Nor do I think I know any of my friends who have done that. If I see men's panties, as you call them, anywhere in a room, I will avoid that as much as possible. I'd be mad. Like, pick that up. Put that in a long.
You'll
something like
detour
that.
around that.
Wait, can I ask something here? What if it is a wife who is checking to see if it's clean, whether it has to be washed or not?
First of
No.
all,
If you're checking, that's a
No.
problem.
put it
Are
in the
these
hand.
technicalities?
I was very specific.
Oh my
If you
God.
sniff them
So
for
you're
a
saying
thrill.
you're saying for a thrill?
No.
Ugh.
There's nothing
Danielle,
thrilling
why
about
not?
sniffing
No,
a guy's
that-
underwear.
no.
I'm a guy. I cannot mansplain here, but I'm assuming, looking at the facial expressions from Danielle and Gandhi,
No.
it ain't happening.
It's certainly not happening. But also, as we have this conversation, you guys, Tom Pullman is about to walk in.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
cannot
Yes.
wait for
The
it.
president of programming.
Yes.
Everyone, hold on. It's the president of programming for iHeartRadio, Tom
ask
Pullman.
him.
You always
everyone.
walk in at the most
Ask him
inappropriate
the
times.
question.
Perfect
Ask him the
timing.
question,
Tom.
Elvis.
Come here, come here.
Why do I have to ask him?
You have to participate. You have to answer this question. Elvis, ask him the question.
He can't hear me.
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he
I
can.
can.
Hi,
I can.
Tom.
Hi, how are you?
How's everything in your executive position with iHeartMedia?
It's fine, thank you. How's yours?
Okay. So,
Oh, God.
do you think
Is this the
women?
podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Were
you
you just
ready?
on the air? How are you?
We're fast.
Magic of radio.
Yeah, the
Wait,
magic of radio.
You run this dump. You should know how it works. Now listen. For a thrill, do you think women would ever sniff a man's underwear?
No.
Yes, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
He gave the correct
Good answer. Good answer.
Now reverse the question.
Usually this is when you storm out the door and go, I gotta go.
Bye.
That's the quickest he ever left us.
He really just ran out of here really quickly.
Don't you think that the female equivalent would be a woman sniffing a guy's shirt because
No.
she misses him?
Yes.
A
Or
t-shirt.
a hoodie.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's a pleasant smell. Like, I would do that to you if I was standing next to you and you smelled good, as Danielle does when
Yeah.
guests walk in. She sniffs them. You don't just walk around sniffing underwear when people
No.
walk in.
Danielle's not getting off on sniffing Jason Derulo. You know what I mean?
Wait. We're getting a little off topic. Elvis, can we peel back the other layer of this onion in which Scotty B
No.
volunteered?
I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Wait, what did he say?
No.
I'll never get another date for the rest of my life if I tell that story.
Okay, never mind.
I was young. I was very young.
I really don't think we should.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if
Let's
it really
move
creep.
on.
Everyone can just
May
assume
I?
what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just guess.
May I? He was very young. He did something very creepy.
Cringe.
Thank God there was no one else there involved. So let's just make it very clear. Okay, let's
Yeah.
move on. I suggest we move
Damn
on.
it. Okay,
I mean,
I had a
we're all
follow-up
going to get
question.
we're all going to get shit canned after putting Tom Poland on. So there's that. So where else can we take this podcast?
Well, I mean,
huh?
I keep a girl's hoodie in my closet. Anytime I feel like sniffing her, I just go sniff it.
Wait, which
okay.
what girl is
Just
this?
a girl.
Does she know?
It's just a girl
And by the
smelling
way,
sweatshirt. She might.
It's a woman. Can we clarify? It's a woman over
it's a
the age
woman.
of 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I will say,
This podcast is it's awful.
Brandon, when I go and visit him before I leave, he will take my perfume and spray it on his pillows.
Aw,
I know.
that's
Okay.
so cute.
There you go.
See, that's
nice.
sweet.
Yeah, but that's nice.
That's-
That's not.
you know what-
Hey, Gandhi, leave your underwear.
No, he's not after that.
See, I'm happy this is where the conversation is going. It's evolving into something that's like,
Smell
More
is
palatable.
that sense that it will take you back 40 years.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Danielle could walk outside, get a whiff of something, and go, "Oh my God, I'm a 7-year-old." Again.
Yeah.
Remember
Takes
we
you
got
back.
that call from that woman whose guy, he was in the army, and she says, I miss him. So sometimes I sniff his T-shirts
Yep.
and his
Yeah.
jackets
Yes.
and stuff. That's
he-
where I thought that this was.
Okay.
well, no, nowhere near. But you know what? See, that's a beautiful story. She goes to the closet. She misses her guy
Yeah.
who's serving overseas, and she just takes a whiff, and that's great.
I have my
You can
dad's
take it as-
sweater that he
Okay.
like one of the
I
last.
knew.
things-
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is where I knew it was going to go, and this is the best story of all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So my dad's sweater, when he was sick in the hospital, I took one of his sweaters and never washed it and kept it, and I still have it, and it still smells like him. And every now and then, if I need a hug from Daddy, I actually will take the arms of the sweater, wrap them around my body, and fall asleep like that.
That's a good
So,
one, though.
Yeah, so
Look
that's
at
a
that.
good one. Yeah.
We went from men's underwear to your dad's sweater.
Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Look at that.
That's why you are who you are, Elvis.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not taking credit for this. This is not me. This is all you.
I did the same thing though. My boyfriend who passed away,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of his clothes and I took one of his T-shirts and I put it on a pillow so I could sniff it. And then my dad came to visit me and he thought he was doing me a favor and he washed everything.
Oh.
And when I tell you, I was crying. And then I think that's the closest I've ever seen my dad to tears. He was like, "I'm so sorry. I thought I was helping. I thought I was doing." I'm like, "Rah." But yeah, it was different than just the perfume. I still have his cologne too.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing when it was his T-shirt.
Yeah.
I love that we've gone from pervy and creepy to very touching and tears.
That's the power, right? We can do that.
The power of scent.
Yeah.
What, isn't there, don't we have a friend who came out with a scented candle called My Boyfriend's Stolen Hoodie?
Yeah,
Is that it?
Dina.
Dina.
Dina with the pink hair. It's called My Boyfriend's Stolen Hoodie, I
Yeah.
think,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So
Boyfriend's
good.
hoodie.
Is that not it right there?
No.
Isn't it
Yeah,
funny where
Stolen
smells
Hoodie. It is called Stolen Hoodie.
Stolen Hoodie.
Isn't it great where smells can take you?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll hit these points in your mind and in your memory and take you there. Just like music. Music takes you there from when you were a kid. You heard a song and you were in a certain place
what's-
when you heard it.
Absolutely.
It's weird. There's a store by my house that used to be a Toys R Us, and I very rarely even go over there anymore. But if I ever walk into that store, it still smells like Toys R Us. Toys R Us had that smell. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So I walked in there not that long ago, and it still smells like Toys R Us, and it took me back to my childhood. And it was just so, I don't know, I was just smiling walking through that store.
And the crazy thing is, it's just all chemicals, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
Typically.
You know, I was in the Middle East and was in this bazaar, and there was this guy, and it was a perfumery. I don't know what you really want to call it, but he had all these bottles behind him, and he's like, what do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, Chanel No. 5." And he turned around, took like 3 droppers from 3 things, and boom, it was Chanel No. 5. It's just chemicals.
Yeah.
Like if you came up with that chemical, you could be smelling like anything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And everything smells
speaking of-
different on different people because it depends on
Oh,
your makeup.
absolutely.
Like if I smell something on like Gandhi, I'm like, "Oh, it smells great," and I try it, might not smell as good on me.
You know what's crazy? Scotty said the word Toys R Us, and immediately I smelled the
smelled it.
manufactured plastic and
Yep.
rubber. I knew
Right.
exactly what he was talking about. Isn't that wild? Like,
So speaking of odors that take us up to some place or make us feel a certain way, Gandhi was saying that research is out saying alone time, of course, is important for your overall well-being, but also breathing in vanilla.
Yes.
Oh.
What is it that vanilla can do to us?
Apparently, specifically vanilla warms your body slightly and causes you to relax and have feelings of joy.
Oh.
Yeah. Vanilla. So if you're feeling a little weird and you can get some vanilla extract or something like that, give it a sniff and you might feel better.
Sniff vanilla. So my suggestion is, guys, after you wear your underwear all day, soak them in vanilla.
And we're back at the beginning. I love it.
And I'm buying all vanilla scented candles for my apartment.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah,
There
that's
you
a good
go.
idea.
Yeah.
I can't
All right,
wait to
I think-
smell Lenny Kravitz when he comes in.
Oh,
guys.
God.
It's gonna smell
I
like
was
vanilla.
just thinking of that. I was like, ooh, he's gonna smell nice. He looks like he smells
Let
good.
me just tell you, if it were reverse, and if a man was doing that to every woman that walked in,
Yeah.
jail, immediate jail.
Cancel.
You go to prison,
Cancel.
perv. All right, we have got to run, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. We're watching the 15-minute morning show podcast. This was the worst one ever.
I think it was the best.